Hello everyone, my name is Nunu. Today we're back with AOR here for AOR China. Just going to jump straight into our first qualifying run. This is just going to be a banger lap time. We're just going to put in a lap time just to see how fast we're actually going around here. We were first man out on track, so it was a pretty clean lap here. Pretty clean, yeah. There was no back markers or anything on the first lap, which potentially could have been helped us quite a lot out with how good the lap is. The lap was... I mean, it was okay. It wasn't too bad, but at the end of the day, it wasn't actually fast at all. It was really, really slow. It was 132.2. It gets beaten pretty much instantly right after that. So we're gonna put on a new set of ultra soft tires to go out for another qualifying run. Of course, we want a faster lap time there, but I have generally never been a very, very good qualifier, but in race I'm an okay good one. So coming over the start finish line for our second flying lap. Going into the first corner, you have someone that's not on a flying lap clash together, and they're everywhere on track. What are you doing? So now I'm kind of freaking out at this moment, right? And I just mess up even more and even more. We're only 2/10 down, so we still have a chance to maybe make up the time. But because I was so freaked out, so I just put it in the wall. Get some front wing damage, so now it definitely won't be a better lap. We bring the car instantly into the pit so we can get a new lap out. We're gonna wait just at the last moment until the track is as good as it can possibly get, and get on the new ultra soft. As you can see, there's 5 seconds remaining, 4 seconds. We just get over the line with 3 seconds remaining before the end of the qualifying session. You can see just after it says qualifying complete. So this lap was okay. We're in 11th at the moment, but we're falling down the grid because everyone's pretty much improving right now. So 3/10 up here as we go in here, and I just absolutely throw the car too much into the corner and mess it up, so we lose pretty much all the time right there. All the 3/10 that we have gained, we could potentially get up towards this half a second on this one. You can see we're almost at half a tenth up. We're pretty much down. We're pretty much equal. We only gain half a tenth, which is not ideal and not enough to actually get another position. So we qualify down in 13th place. Our teammate Shingo, I don't know, I think he qualified in 18th or something. Not too good qualifying for the first thing. It is third. Has third. Hash third. What am I talking about? He that took pole position here in qualifying. You can see Shingo there down at the heavy end of the grid. We're gonna go for a one stop from the soft tires to the medium tires, which I think is the ideal strategy. We're having to deal with tire wear someplace middle through the race, but hopefully it won't be too big of an issue. If it is, for some weird reason, we're gonna go for a 2-stop. We're gonna go onto the super soft tires, and the super soft tires again, of course, because they're the softest compound. So we want to go onto those. If the tire wear gets so messed up. So coming onto the formation lap, the important thing is here to keep your tires hot. You can see ours are so cold, they're completely blue, but to heat up the tires, to keep the tires hot, to heat up the brakes so you can get off to a nice enough race start. As we're pulling up on the grid for, it's going to be 28 laps, around 45 minutes of race time. We're in the Force India as always, or as the first 3 races, which of course haven't been too good. Make sure to go check those out. It was 2 DNFs, spoiler alert, right there, but it wasn't 2 good races, and those videos are way shorter than this one because of course it was a DNF. So pulling up on the grid, we're gonna go for the 5 red lights. We're gonna set the ERS down to medium so we don't get too much wiggle spin, and it slides down. We're underway for 28 laps around the Chinese circle. We get off to an okay start there. The Sauber of Golden Magic there, we overtake him instantly, and the Red Bull who's on the inside there, and there's just already chaos into turn 1. We don't want to get involved in that chaos, but we can kind of overtake some people here and there. I was just taking it careful in the starters. We have Mercedes on the inside. They almost squeeze us together, which is absolutely insane. So pretty clean race start right off the bat there, but we gained 3 positions from our starting position, and you can see behind us there's still so much chaos right behind us, so we want to make sure we don't get involved there. As one of the Ferraris there has it straight into the back of us down there, the hairpin, so we have to kind of run right onto the escape road rejoin in front of him, luckily. But it looks like there was some front wing that flew together with it there, but we just got absolutely rammed right into our bumper there. So not as clean as we wanted, but we don't have damage in this start. So we started 13th, now we're 13th. We could be 10th or even 9th or 8th or something, but because of that guy who rammed us there, maybe he locked his brakes or something, as we have the slipstream down the long straight of a very, very laggy person here, Hulk Bobby, who's very, very, very laggy. We go for the dive down the inside of the hairpin. There's someone there. There's Sauber there. Has gotten some contact with the Williams, so we go past him as well. As the lead already crosses the line. We're down in 11th place, fighting for the heavy end of the points, as we now have the slipstream down towards T1, but he is just a little bit faster on the straight right there. So coming into turn 1, we don't want to touch anyone, as there the Williams run wide. We're going to go for the inside line into the corner, and we're up into 10th place. So at the moment we'll have 1 point, but there's still 26 laps remaining, so we'll have to still keep it clean for the last 26 laps. As here we are on lap number 3. We're staying right behind the Mercedes, staying close, as he gets throttle oversteer right there, and on the exit he goes into the wall. Oh, I know, that feels so bad. I did it qualifying, and wow, after you've done that you just feel so bad. As we go for a dive down the inside, completely forget how heavy the car is, so we just run out wide on the exit there. We don't lose any positions on it, but we lose 1, we gained 1 to the braking, lost 1 out of the braking, but he's coming into the pits anyway, so sorry for slowing him down there. It wasn't too much, so now we're pretty much in clean and in 5th place at the moment, which is okay because people is coming into the pits, so we're in clean now. Time to set in some okay lap times. There's a yellow flag there, and that is one car that has gone into the barrier, and another one there. Mistakes are already beginning to play into the game on lap number 6, which is we just need to keep the race mistakes free, and we might actually be in contention for a top 5 finish maybe, as we now go into the lead here on lap number 7. People have come into the pits, so we're in the lead on lap number 7 with all clean now. We get a warning for track limits. It's going to be a first and only one of the evening, but we have clean now, so we're going to see how fast we just want to lap consistently right now. We can begin to push the tires. There's 4 laps until we need to go into the pits, so we kind of have to be aware of not pushing them too much, but we can still push them. As now here we are on lap number 11, and it is Nunu time. It's time to push. We turn up the ERS and the fuel so we can get in some a good in lap here. You can see we're running rich mix and overtake ERS, so it wasn't too good of a lap, to be honest. You can see we're down there by the first sector, but if it's just a fine lap, it doesn't have to be too much better, but if it's just a little bit better or an okay lap, it'll be all fine. We're 5/10 down, half a second down by the second sector, and we're gonna come into the pits here. Hopefully we won't rejoin. We won't rejoin in traffic. That would be absolutely terrible. Then we probably won't be in contention for the top 5 points. Of course, it is a 1-stop, and we're actually gonna rejoin in 6th place, right behind MTW One Man, who qualified pretty long way up there. I think he has 1 win. He has 2 podiums already this season, which is quite insane there. But you can see we're asking Jeff around about how much the driver in front is and stuff like that, because we want the information. As we're now coming halfway through the race, we're on the medium tires. We want to take care of the tire where the Shingo, our teammate, coming into the pits there for his 2nd stop of the evening. I don't know if he was a 2-stop or if the first thing was some damage, but if it was a 2-stop, it looks like he's had an okay evening. I didn't really follow him too much, but maybe he had some damage in the start. He had to come into the pits on lap number 7 for some reason, I don't know. But we're in 3rd place. We don't need to make another pit stop, and we move it up into 3rd place, 2nd place there, as someone is coming into the pits as well. They're going for a 2-stop strategy, which clearly wasn't the right choice. So from 13th on the grid, we move in to 2nd place. And there's just 9 laps remaining at the moment, so we're gonna be on the podium probably, maybe even a win there. But if we want to catch the guy in front, we don't have to make stupid mistakes like that. He's quite a long way in front, lapping at the same speed as we are, but people right behind us are going so much faster than us right now. They're on new fresh tires. The people who has pit in there, Ryder PX was also starting a long way up the grid. He didn't start on pole there, but we're in 2nd place. The people behind us are lapping faster than us. We're lapping same pace as the leader. So maybe this is going to be an insane final 7 laps there. You can see we're almost improving on our lap time. We're lapping consistently 1:36, which is like, okay, it's not too fast. It's actually not really fast at all. But we're gaining it. Sometimes some lap times are better than others, and some are worse than others. But if we can just keep this up consistently, we will definitely be second and not make too many mistakes. You can see we're almost 30 time on the tires, and we have 5 laps left, so we can begin to push the tires now. We don't have to take care of the tire wear. It won't be an issue for the rest of the race when it's 30% and there's just 5 laps remaining. So we can begin to push it. We don't have to think about too much about saving tires right now. We can begin to push a little bit more and gain a little bit more laps. And you can see there asking about the driver in front who is almost 8 seconds ahead of us, MTW man. So the only way we'll probably catch him is if he makes a mistake or anything, which I doubt because he hasn't done that for the last long laps. But he pitted on lap 3, so he's on medium tires that are 22 laps old. So if we get up and fight with him, he will have absolutely no chance of fighting back at us because we have around 7 lap new tires. So 7 laps more to fight with, which is quite a lot of grip in this game as well. On lap 26, there's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag, and I think the leader has tangled with one of the back markers there, the Williams there, and he's so close to us. We're so close to him. If we could just lap, with there's 2 laps remaining right now, so he's made a mistake. Maybe it was the back marker there that was on the 4, but I don't really know. So we're very, 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 very close to him. Now we gotta push. You see, this next corner, I wasn't really going flat out through there all the time, but we'll have to do that now because every 10th count right now. But you can see the back marker lets him go there. It was one of the Mercedes, there's Snoxy there. Snoxy, who's one of the Mercedes, who's a back marker. He's getting lapped now. Hopefully we will get past him cleanly and not lose any time on him when we want to catch the leader. And eventually he just lets us by. And you can see there he crashes out as well. Just 1 lap through before the end, but we don't need to focus on him right now. We need to focus on the guy in front of us, the leader. He's so close to us. We have so much newer tires, and we just want to get the move done. On to the last lap of the race. We have the DRS, which means we're within a second right now of getting our first victory in AOR after 2 DNFs, so we just want to make the move on him down the long straight. We could get the DRS down into the hairpin. I have saved quite a lot of ERS and a lot of fuel, so we really need to use all of it there. So he goes defensive. We move to the outside, which is one of my strengths, so we go to the outside there. Do we get better traction than him? Yes, we do, and into the lead. We're into the lead of the race, which is absolutely insane. From 13th on the grid, we move into the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix in the last lap of the race. Can we keep this clean home? If we can, it'll be our first ever win and our first ever podium in the AOR F1 League. It's actually our first ever finish, so that would be a kind of a fun thing. So now he'll probably have the DRS. He's almost right behind us there, so he'll probably have the DRS, which is of course not a good thing for us. But if we can just break the slipstream, we move out. He's so far back, which means we'll probably get this win because he I don't know if he has DRS, but he doesn't have the slipstream. He doesn't have the tires. He doesn't have a lot of fuel left or something, which none of us does. So we're coming around the hairpin. He hasn't got us, and we're coming around down to the last corner to claim our first victory in AOR, which was an absolutely insane race from 13th on the grid. I can't get over this right now. So it is a win here in China, which is absolutely insane. We started 13th after a very, very bad qualifying. We make it up here on Sunday and take the win for the Force India with an overtake on the McLaren right on the last lap there. You can see the McLarens and Saubers are pretty much the title contenders at the moment because the Force India, we have had no points in the first couple of races just because I DNF'd in the first 2 races because of stupid reasons, and our teammate Shingo just didn't really get into the points, doesn't have the pace. But we'll be looking to make it up in the next round in Azerbaijan, where it's going to be absolute chaos as it is a tied circuit. I love that one, and actually China was one of the places I least expected to be competitive because it is really one of my bad circuits, but Azerbaijan is one of my better ones. We just want to make sure we don't crash out in Azerbaijan. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get into a little bit of a replay here, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. Pulling up on the grid, and it's lights out. We're underway for 28 laps around the Chinese circuit. We get off to an okay start there. The Sauber of Gomi Magic there, we overtake him instantly, and the Red Bull who's on the inside. There's one of the one of the Ferraris there. Let's go for a dive down the inside. Completely forget how heavy the car is. So as we now go into the lead here in lap number 7, and it is new time. It's new time. but we're actually going to rejoin in 6th place. We're in 3rd place. See, there's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag, and I think the leader has tangled all of the back markers. There's 2 laps remaining right now, so he's made a mistake. There, he goes defensive. He goes defensive. We move to the outside, which is one of my strengths. So we go to the outside there. Do we get better tracks than him? Yes, we do. And into the lead. We're into the lead of the race, which is absolutely insane. From 13th on the grid. So we're coming around the habit. He hasn't got us. And we're coming around down to the last corner. I can't get over this right now. So it is a win here in China, which